this was actually a better turnout than I thought. Because a lot of people were telling me that they weren't able to make it because of this weekend. The 13th Sabbath and with the adventures being off, so a lot of parents wouldn't be able to make it. That is one of the reasons why I'm having it videotaped. So the people that won't be here will still be able to see it. I'm going to try and post it on, it's fine, it's just water. I'm going to try and post it on the webpage so that everyone who's not here will still be able to see it if they want and still be able to get some information from it, all right? All right. We'll go ahead and start with prayer. Dear Lord Father, we give thee thanks for this Sabbath, we give thee thanks for this fellowship, and we give thee thanks for what we're about to learn. Be with us as we go through the different things that I'm going to present, and that we may glean some knowledge about our bodies and our health from now on. These small mercies we ask for in Jesus' name. Amen. All right.
Oh wow, Chef.
First thing I'm going to start with, one of the first things I wanted to introduce you is bulgur. Now, being Seventh-day Adventist, a lot of you might know about bulgur. Because what you may not know is that it's very easy to cook and it's a superfood. It's one of the best things that you can put in your body. And I'll tell you why. Alright, but first I'm going to prepare it. Now, bulgur has been used for about over 1,000 years in the Mediterranean and the Middle East.
In Jamaica too.
Thank you.
Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to measure out about a cup and a half. And I have 3 cups of water on the pot that's boiling. And this is going to cook very fast. Because bulgur is pre-cooked, it's just cracked wheat that's already stripped and steamed, so it's already pre-cooked. So it's going to take very quickly to cook, and it comes out very, very soft and very nice. It has a real nice flavor, and it goes with just about anything. One of the things about bulgur is it's very versatile. You can put it in pilafs, you can make salads, you can put it in soups, put it in stews. It can use as a substitute for rice, which is what most people use it for. So what we're going to do today is we're going to just make bulgur, and we have some things that we're going to put it with. We're going to mix some herbs with the bulgur. All right? I see a question.
How do you spell it?
B-U-L-G-U-R. B-U-L-G-U-R. You can look it up with that spelling, but there have been cases where it's been spelled with a G after the H. It's spelled with an H after the G. Alright? But it's basically bulgur, and what it is it's cracked wheat. One of the things that makes it so healthy is that it has a very low glycemic level, which makes it very good for people with diabetes. Alright? Low glycemic level simply means that it introduces the sugar into the body very slowly. Alright, so it doesn't just hit the body with sugar at once, as in per se maybe white bread. Alright? Now, while this is cooking, that's supposed to happen. Water presentation. And what's going to happen, you let it boil up, and the bulgur is going to soak in the water very quickly. Alright, so you let it boil uncovered so it doesn't go over like that. Any starch you boil, you never cover it because it will boil over. Alright, you have to keep your eye on it. Alright, now while that's cooking, we're going to move on to the next segment for a brief period of time. The next segment that I wanted to introduce to you is the calories that we drink. Now, what I should have said before is that the foods I'm going to show you and the things I'm going to show you are for weight maintenance. Because a lot of times, things like diabetes and things like high blood pressure, they can be reduced, they can be controlled and prevented by our weight. And the different things that I'm going to show you today. One of the things that we have a problem, or that's becoming a problem, or that you might be seeing a lot of articles on lately, is that people taking in more calories, by what they drink. All right. So a lot of times when you go out, you buy these shakes and smoothies, and they come from a healthy place. A lot of times you have to be careful of what the additives are that they put in there. Preservatives, high fructose corn syrup, a lot of sweeteners. These things can they can kind of ambush a weight loss diet. All right. So what I have here is 8 ounces of orange juice. All right, 8 ounces. That's a cup. So 8 ounces of orange juice. And while there's nothing wrong with orange juice, in my estimation, to me it's a bit of a gray area. Because what we're doing is we're introducing a lot of sugar in our body with very little fiber. How much juice do you think is in this orange?
4 ounces. 4 ounces. About
4 ounces? 4 ounces, less than a quarter cup? 50? 50 what? Let's find out.
Squeeze.
Let's squeeze to find out.
It's time for that.
All right? Yeah.
You want me to make orange juice already?
That's as much orange as I can get out of that. That's as much juice as I can get out of that orange. All right? All right. So we see that we get
1 quarter.
not even a quarter cup. Just about a quarter cup. All right? Just about a quarter cup of orange juice. 8 ounces, 4 divided by 8, that's 2 ounces. All right?
4 ounces.
All right? So what we have here, we have almost 4 times the amount in a glass, in an 8-ounce glass of orange juice that we do in an orange. What that means is that we're introducing a lot more fructose in our body than we might need. And what's happening is that we are leaving behind all this fiber. All right? Now this fiber is very important to our bodies because this helps us eliminate a lot of the carcinogens. This helps us eliminate a lot of the cancer-causing agents before they do harmful work to our bodies. And fiber, whether it's from fruits or whole grains, they help push all these things outside of our waste system, and it helps us to be more efficient. It helps our body eliminate these things efficiently and effectively. All right. Fiber is also a very good way, a very healthy way of losing weight. All right. Now it is estimated that a lot of us don't take in enough fiber. We don't take in enough whole grains. We don't take in enough nuts. We don't take in enough fruits. And we don't take in enough vegetables. All right. These things are what help us to maintain a healthy system and lose the weight. Well, it's taking a long time. It's taking more time than I estimated. But that's all right. One of the things that we need to remember is that when you drink your calories, you don't feel as full as when you eat your calories. That means you can drink 128 ounces or 128 calories in this juice and not feel as full and still put additional calories into your body. All right? Now, why this is harmful, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why how sugar translates to fat in the body. All right? I'm missing an element. All right, here's our sugar. All right. This is about 2 teaspoons of sugar. So this is about 8 grams of sugar in each bag. All right. Now, what happens with with the sugar in our bodies? Our bodies, the primary source of fuel, the primary source of energy that we use in our bodies is glucose. And the food that we eat is taken to the liver and is turned into glucose, which is fed into our bloodstreams for us to do what we need to do, for us to function the way we need to function. Now, what happens when we have an excess amount of fructose or glucose storage, is that fructose is introduced to our bodies, is taken to our liver, and if our liver is at capacity of glucose, that fructose is now turned into fat. Now turned into fat, taken back through the bloodstream, and distributed through our bodies to our waist, our legs, our arms, but wherever we don't want it, however you don't want it. That can't wait. Right? The other way that that sugar is translated or converted into fat is when we introduce carbs or simple carbs like white rice, white bread, croissants, cakes, corn chips,
Flour.
things like that. Straight flow, exactly. Straight flow. When that is introduced to our body, the fat burning process in our body is shut down completely and the insulin spikes up. That is because our body translates those simple carbs as sugar. That's how our body translates those carbohydrates as straight sugar. The insulin spikes and takes that sugar, that fuel, through our body to the muscles. If our muscles are at capacity to where they don't need that fuel, it is once again converted into fat and redistributed through our bodies. Alright? Now, here's the scary part. Once that happens, once the body is at capacity at its fat level, the fat, new additional fat that's being taken in is now put on the organs, like the heart, the liver, and the kidneys. And this is where we have trouble because then we start forming heart disease, kidney problems, high blood pressure, right? Those things are scary. Excuse me?
When does it go to the arteries?
When does it go to the arteries? This is sugar to fat conversion. So fat taken to the arteries is plaque building up, or it can be from you consuming maybe too much fat, maybe too much fatty products, saturated fat and black. You know. So all these things play a part. But while fructose is not unhealthy, in certain amounts it can be regarded as unhealthy. All right. So that's why I call it a bit of a gray area, because with this. You can be taken in 4 oranges with the fiber. While I wouldn't recommend that, there's still a lot of fructose in your system. You know, with this one juice, if you need orange juice, I suggest just eat the fruit of any kind, the juice of any kind. I would suggest just eating the fruit because you get the benefits of the fiber and the antioxidants and the vitamins and the minerals and the fructose that go along with it. All right. Now, the bulgur is completely steamed down. And it's ready. So what we're going to do right now is just stir in some herbs. And what we have is cilantro and green onion. Depending on where you're raised and how you're raised, cilantro and scallion.
Amen.
All right. So we're gonna keep it cultural. All right. So once it's cooked down, and I'm not adding any salt, it's just some herbs, and herbs are very beneficial. All right, let me just keep it in. And we let this finish off. Now, herbs are known to be very beneficial because they're very good for our immune system. They help lower cholesterol. They're good for inflammation diseases. Take away swelling and pain. So a lot of the herbs that we have, they have medicinal effects as well. The good thing about the herbs is that you can add it to food to add a lot of flavor without adding any sodium. Additional sodium can do a lot of harm to the body. All right. So adding herbs is a great way to reduce the sodium, but still keep the flavor in and still have